freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free.
We didn't often get to go to the marches and be a part of the demonstrations, so we kind of did a beg and plead with my grandmother, and she gave us permission to go, my sister and I, but she told us to make sure that we stayed together. Wherever we went, make sure we were together. Each one take care of the other one. We then lined up outside the church to begin the march, and we marched downtown to the bridge. Once we got up to the bridge, we stopped, and Reverend Jose Williams, he prayed with the group, and we proceeded to go across. Once we were on the bridge, we were singing the Freedom Rider songs, and I couldn't see the things in front of me because so many people were in the line in the march in front of me. But once we got to the slope, the downward slope, you could see what was going on in front of you. There, straddled across the edge of the bridge, were the state troopers. Some were on foot, some were on horseback. So they ordered John Lewis and Jose to turn around because they said we didn't have a permit and we needed to turn around and go back. Lewis and Jose, they just kept walking forward, and they asked if they could speak to Clark, Jim Clark, that was the sheriff there. And he says there is no need for speaking. So at that point, tear gas, you could see the gas was released, and the people on the horses started to ride toward us, and the troopers came swinging their clubs and sticks, knocking people down and beating them and just harming each and everyone that they got a chance to. And not only the troopers, the whites that was in the area, they joined in also. It was a run for your life, because after you saw those on the ground being beaten, you didn't know what happened. I know Miss Boynton, who was one of the freedom fighters, I saw them knock her down. I saw them beat her with the club and everything. So it created a great fear. And as a young child, just being able to see that and thinking, am I gonna make it home? Are they gonna get to me with it? But my sister was brave, and we never let go of each other's hands, and we ran all the way to my grandmother's friend's home. And it was just, I don't know, it's sort of gruesome to see people just laying around bleeding, and the horses were just trampling over them, and no one stopped to think, this is a human being, and this is something that I really don't have to do. At the time of the march, at the time of Bloody Sunday, I had no idea what impact it would have on the country, on this nation. But as you look back on it, we see now that we have so many African Americans in Congress, House of Representatives. We have them in the Senate. We had an African American president, and now we have an African American vice president. So if I had to do it again, I probably would. Leaving out some of the drama that went along with it, but you could see the value of it. And one of the great things is that we need our people to continue to tell our story, and we need them to run for these political offices and stuff. That's the only way we can bring about change. My message to the African American community today is to make sure you are involved in the actions everyone should take an active role in the justice system today.
And all of you who've been out there fighting the good fight, you never gave up. You never gave in. You kept the faith and you kept your eyes on the prize.